The way LeBron James have been playing is insane. The man is 36 years old in his 18th season and is playing like a MVP. He's in the MVP conversation in his 18th season. Now, obviously, LeBron James is able to be this dominant at this stage of his career because obviously no other player in NBA history has taken care of their body like LeBron James have. Like no player in NBA history have spent LeBron spent like what $1.5 million on his physique alone. I mean, obviously that's the main reason why LeBron James is still this great at this stage of his career. Now, if you just want to talk longevity, LeBron is the GOAT. If you want to say, LeBron is the GOAT because he's been this great for this long, I mean, LeBron has been the best player in the world for a decade. For a decade, LeBron James has been the best player in the world. And you would think by now the man would have had some kind of decline. Like you would think at age 36 in his 18th season, the man would have had some kind of decline, but it seemed like LeBron James gets better as he ages. And that's crazy. Like the man is in the like he is in the MVP conversation in his 18th season. Now, obviously, people look at Kareem, but Kareem was not this good, not this great at this stage of his career. Kareem was not this good, and like I said, and I the only reason why that I think Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time because one, the man went 6-0 in the NBA Finals. Now, obviously, you can't count some of LeBron James finals losses, like to Golden State. Like with Kevin Durant, the 2 years he lost to Golden State with Kevin Durant, like, come on now. You can't really, especially the one in 2018. Like, the one in 2018, LeBron didn't have the second best player on that Cavs team was like, what, Kevin Love wasn't playing like Kevin Love, and like they got swept. But I don't even count that against LeBron because nobody was beating that Golden State team. Nobody. Nobody. And Golden State, they would have beat the Raptors if KD never got hurt. I picked that the Warriors would probably swept the Raptors if KD and Clay never got hurt. But like I said, but the like I was saying, the only reason why that I got Michael Jordan over LeBron because the finals, Michael Jordan went 6-0 in the NBA finals. And because Michael Jordan he was just he is the Michael Jordan is the reason why so many great Hall of Fame players don't got rings. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, all these great players, Hall of Fame players, they would be champions. And I'm probably missing missing a lot more. But all these players, these Hall of Fame players, they don't got rings, but because of one man. And if it wasn't because of Jordan, these players would have rings. So obviously, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at you know, Michael Jordan, I'm looking at the finals, the finals records, 6-0 in the finals, never lost in the NBA finals. And I'm looking at all that. And obviously, when you look at LeBron James, he is the overall, I think LeBron is the overall better player than Michael Jordan. I think LeBron James is a better passer than Jordan, and I think LeBron James, because for me, to me, what makes a player really great and the skill that I value the most is, can you? I know you're great. I know LeBron's great, but can you bring the greatness out of other people? Can you make other people great? That to me is what really makes a player great. Can you We know how great you are, but can your greatness bring out greatness in other people? And LeBron James does that. LeBron James LeBron James he's been doing that his whole career. He's been making players great, making players better. That's what he lives by. That's what he is. That's the kind of player LeBron James is. But for me, like, to be honest, I don't even like comparing LeBron to Michael Jordan. Because for me, I don't think LeBron James, and obviously the reason why we compare Michael to LeBron is because they're both, the two greatest players of all time. And we compare the greatness. We look at Michael Jordan, we look at LeBron, and obviously these two are the two most dominant players in NBA history. But I'm just thinking about play style. LeBron James to me, he is more of Magic Johnson than Michael Jordan. I'm not talking about resume. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm just talking about play style. To be honest, I think Kawhi Leonard is more of Michael Jordan than LeBron is. Just play style. Because to me, LeBron James is more of a Magic Johnson because both players aren't great shooters. Both players have high IQ basketball skills, and both players are great leaders. I'm not trying to say Michael Jordan was not a great leader. I'm just saying Michael Jordan was a score first player. LeBron and Magic are pass first players. And they're both I just think that LeBron and Magic Johnson is a better comparison. Just play style wise. Because I don't think LeBron James resembles Jordan at all. Play style. But we compare LeBron to Jordan because both are the two greatest players in NBA history, and both dominated the NBA at a high for years. Like LeBron has been the best player in the NBA again. Like I said, for a decade, over a decade now. LeBron James has been the best player in the NBA, and at age 36, he is still the best player in the world. Now, like, obviously, with Mike, it was nobody close with Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan was playing, obviously there was nobody close to Jordan. Jordan was clearly the best player in the world. But LeBron, like KD, like Kevin Durant is right there. Zion's coming. Luka's coming. Giannis coming. All these players are coming. But LeBron is the defending champion. LeBron is the reigning finals MVP. And LeBron, until somebody beats the Lakers, at the like LeBron will always be the best player in the world because when it matters most, people thought Kawhi Leonard might have been the best player in the world. People said Giannis and I think when LeBron James retires, I think Giannis would probably take the crown as the best player in the world because again, Kevin Durant is right there, but I think Kevin Durant is 33 years old. Giannis is 26. So I just think when LeBron retires, KD gonna be around 36, 37 years old. So I'm just thinking Giannis is on, and obviously Zion. Zion only 20 years old, and Luka. They're coming. They're coming. But I'm just thinking that, you know, because Giannis is so young and Giannis is younger than Kevin Durant, I'm just thinking that when LeBron retires, KD won't be that far behind from retiring because KD and LeBron came into the league. Not like when LeBron came into the league, obviously LeBron is probably the most hyped player in NBA history. Like LeBron James had the most hype in NBA history, and he passed the hype, obviously. But for me, I'm always gonna have Michael Jordan over LeBron because Jordan, to me, I just think Jordan's prime, and because Jordan went 6-0 in the NBA Finals, I just think that Michael Jordan will always. I don't care what LeBron do. Like I really, LeBron can win this season. He will have 5 championships. LeBron can win next. LeBron can win. He can win every championship the remainder of his contract with the Lakers. And I still wouldn't put him over. I still would not put him over Jordan because Jordan went 6-0 in the NBA Finals. Never lost in the NBA Finals. So, like I said, man, obviously, but like I said, man, I don't even really like to debate LeBron and Michael because to me it don't to me I don't it makes like it don't make no sense really to debate LeBron and Michael who's the greatest. They're both great. Like just enjoy both players. Like just enjoy LeBron while he's still playing. Enjoy LeBron while he is still playing. Like I don't even really involve myself in debating who's the greatest of all time because everybody gonna have a different GOAT. If you were born in if you grew up in the '60s, then your GOAT might be Bill Russell. Your GOAT might be Wilt Chamberlain. If you grew up in the '70s, your GOAT might be Kareem. Your GOAT might be Oscar Robertson. If you grew up in the '80s, your GOAT might be Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Hakeem grew up in the '90s, obviously Jordan, Hakeem, grew up in the 2000s. LeBron, you might be Tim Duncan might be your GOAT. Like grew up in the 2010. Steph Curry might be your GOAT. Like like people people that's why I don't really like debating I don't like debating like who's the greatest of all time because like like people gonna have different opinions. So what's the point? Just enjoy the players. Enjoy LeBron while he is still playing. Because when LeBron is retired and when LeBron is gone, we are gonna miss him. We are gonna miss LeBron when he is gone.